सब्सक्राइब करिए शॉर्ट एंड डिक्टेशंस चैनल को और दबाइए इस बेल आइकन को ताकि आपको मिले लेटेस्ट अपडेट्स।
Be ready. 5 seconds. Start. Now, coming to the question of planning, its broad objectives and principles, we are a backward, underdeveloped country. 72% of our population live on agriculture, whereas factory establishments absorb 2.6% of the population. From the point of view of national income from agriculture, we get about half the national output, whereas factory establishments account for about 6% or so. That picture has to be changed. We find when we come to industry that certain steps have been taken. They are good compared to the 10th 5-year plan. The 10th 5-year plan practically neglected industries and so on. The allocations were negligible, the performance was worse still. In the 11th 5-year plan, rupees 89,000 crores are allocated for industry, including small scale and cottage industries, and there we find that rupees 69,000 crores go to large scale industry and mining, including scientific research and all that. This is a welcome change, although it does not go far enough. I have no hesitation in saying that this is an important change and everybody would welcome it. But we cannot be satisfied with this kind of thing. We should see whether it is enough for our requirements, whether it is enough for our prosperity. We find that it is not so. Out of this rupees 69,000 crores, which should go to industry and mining, 3 steel plants will take rupees 35,000 crores. Very little is left for the rest. As you will see, steel plants are important and naturally money must be spent on them, and we would like to spend more if necessary for the steel plants. The point is not that. The point is that because of this big allocation, others do not get anything, whereas you need an expansion in the industrial sector on the part of the state that is not ensured in this plan. We regret to say that the recommendations of the plan frame in regard to this matter, where they suggested that 1 lakh crore of rupees should be invested under industry, have not been accepted. It had been modified in a reactionary direction in these proposals. This is something which we do not like. We should like the government to restore the old position if they would not increase the allotment. The Prime Minister rightly stressed the importance of the heavy industry in our country. He rightly pointed out that the machine making industry should be developed. In fact, this is something which created enthusiasm in the country. After all, we should climb out of our backwardness and stand on our feet in the field of our industrial economy. But unfortunately, the Planning Commission has thought it fit to make a drastic cut in this respect. The plan frame recommended rupees 150 crores for heavy fabrications, heavy forgings. It has been reduced, and then I find that for electrical plants rupees 20 crores have been given, and for machine tools very small sums have been given. The total comes to about rupees 35 or 30 crores or so in the public sector, including the money that is distributed by the National Development Council. This is very small compared to our requirements. Heavy machine making industry is very important for feeding the industries. You cannot, for instance, have irrigation canals until and unless you have the rivers feeding them. If you do not have the heavy machine making industry, you will not have the base for serving the consumer goods industries. It is important for the general industrial development of the country. I do not know why the cut has been made in so drastic a manner in this respect. It is not possible for us to undertake this thing. I have read many documents published on the subject. I have studied carefully the statements made by many expert politicians, industrialists, and I am convinced that it is within our reach to embark on a bigger scale of industrialization, especially in the heavy industrial sector and machine making sector. This has not been done. It would appear from the report that even after the end of the 11th 5-year plan, we would not have what it is called a capital base for the industrialization of the country. This does not speak well of our planning. This does not speak well of our planners who have undertaken the development, who have set the objective of rapid industrialization before the country. How is your progress going to be rapid if at every step you get stopped, if you reduce the very basis of your industrialization, including heavy machine making industry? Sir, this is the point which we would like to stress. I do not know whether it would be possible for the government to change it now. I think it should be. Why can't we change our policy in this regard. We are moving in a different world today.